Hello. Hello, hello. We are in Jaipur at the minute on top of a building next to the pool, rooftop pool. That's nice, the sun is shining. It's a nice day. Danny's been sick for the last 2 or 3 days. The last vlog I did was on Namo Buddha Hill, and we were walking down the street, and that all ended up really well. We ended up getting a ride down from either a scammer or a drug dealer or something who had been working that day up there. So he took us back to the main town, and then we jumped on a bus, like a public bus, back to Kathmandu, which was like 2.5 hours, and that was pretty hectic. That was like, I don't know, there must have been 100 people on that bus at one point in rush hour traffic, hugging people sitting on you. It was great. It was quite a real cultural experience. So then we flew to Delhi and stayed in Delhi for a couple of days, and that place is fucking mental. We flew to Delhi from Nepal, and I'm pretty sure we saw Everest on the way. We're claiming that we saw it. It was quite beautiful. Landed in Delhi, and then it was just full on after that. So I haven't done any vlogs lately. It's been like, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 days since then, and it's all been happening, so just no time for it. And then Danny started feeling pretty sick a couple of days ago, so it's been a bit quieter. We've upgraded hotels substantially since Delhi. That was a shithole. And then we caught a train to Agra, and that B&B was a shithole. Nothing worked.
Electrical fires.
Yeah, electrical fire at one point.
Equipment.
Yeah. Just generally no power, no aircon. All our stuff was blowing up.
Shitting in the dark.
Yeah. Shits in the dark. No water. No frickin' water for a while. It was awful. And it stunk there, like everything stunk. It's pretty... India is very dirty. Everything stinks.
We can actually see someone going to the toilet from this rooftop.
Yeah, just down there. There's like this little toilet block, which is... There's no doors or anything. You just look down and there's like 3 Indian guys taking a shit in the middle of the street, essentially. That's the toilet cubicle there. Smack bangity in the middle. I just went for a water mission then, and there's like 2 guys taking a piss in the street where I was walking. Lovely. Getting the train from Delhi to Agra was interesting. That was our first train on this mission. And it turns out it doesn't hang around for very long. So we ended up, we ran
it was a really long train. You've got to find the right.
The train was really long, and it's very unclear, the labels on the coaches. So we were running the wrong way to get onto our carriage, and we started running back, and the train took off basically. So we ended up in one of the classic, like, basically the carriage where people don't even have to buy tickets. Scummy as. It was filthy.
Like 10 different grades of cabins.
People spitting tobacco on the floor, and it was heinous.
Wet.
So then it stopped in another place for like, I don't know, probably 25 seconds, you reckon? So we were out of the carriage and ran up the other end of the train, and we actually had seated tickets for that. Oh yeah, we were like right in the door. You know when you see...
We jumped on a moving train.
Yeah. You know when you see people hanging out the edge of trains, basically that was us. With our backpacks on and surrounded by a whole bunch of Indians who thought we were fucking idiots. But we actually had quite good seats on that train, so we ended up finding our carriage. I don't know how, we just randomly jumped on one that looked nicer, went and sat down, and our names were on that list, so that was good. Agra was nice. What did we see in Agra? That was the Taj Mahal
Yeah.
and the Red Fort.
When we got there, we went to the back side of the Taj Mahal to look at it across the river.
Over the river from the Taj Mahal to look at it from away. I'll show you plenty of photos of that.
We made friends.
We made some pretty cool friends. I reckon we were going to get kidnapped on the last night. There was like, everyone wanted stuff off us except for one guy who was really nice, and he was like giving me free lifts around on his scooter and stuff, and he wanted to catch up and get us some beers, and I reckon he was like the classic guy who would get you in a compromised position and have his friends come and kidnap you and steal an organ, or try and sell you some drugs and then call the cops on you and make a good commission out of that kind of thing. So that was pretty dangerous, I think. I had my knife open under the bed ready to go that night, and everything was locked up pretty well. And then we gapped it real early that morning. Yeah, I did. Yeah. But that was nice. Like the Taj Mahal was nice and the Red Fort was nice, but the city was pretty dirty.
Every city's dirty.
Everyone's trying to get something off you.
We did a lot of forts and temples in Delhi. Yeah. We did a lot of temples in Nepal.
Oh yeah, we saw heaps of. We got a taxi driver one day in Delhi, and we probably went and saw like 8 monuments and temples and stuff, and that was a pretty big day. So
I think it's all going to get a little bit more restricted now.
Yeah, we're going to start hanging out on.
Choosy about what we see.
Start hanging out more on rooftops in the sunshine and less walking around dirty streets looking at buildings.
Yeah.
But the Taj Mahal was awesome. It was very nice. And I went to this place, something or other, Minto or Minta, and this was like an old ruin in Delhi, and that was bloody awesome. I don't know any history on it or anything, but it was pretty nice. Photos here. And then we jumped on a train yesterday morning to Jaipur, and because we were just sick of the shitty hotels or Airbnbs, and Danny's still not well, and I had a bit of a crook guts last night, but nothing too major. We've substantially upgraded our accommodation, and this one's pretty mint. So now here we are, really. This is like the first time we've chilled out in the sunshine, where it doesn't stink and we're not getting harassed. We had a good continental breakfast.
Where we originally got the bus from. It was supposed to be an hour and a half.
Tell you what else we did is we got a SIM card. And so now we have internet on our phone at any given time, which has made things quite easy with the Google Maps and stuff.
Yes.
A lot less guesswork when you're trying to deal with tuk-tuk drivers and taxi drivers. And
you can tell them where you're going, you can see how far it is, you can gauge the price that you want to pay to get there.
Yeah. We're buying stuff now, since 5 days since we got here, roundabout. We're buying stuff for like a quarter of the price of what we were at the start, just because we're a bit more clued up. So lunches and dinners can be like 60 rupees now, which is $1.20. Bottle of water's 40 cents.
So I was telling Roscoe yesterday that I think the Indians are renowned for not being good swimmers. And we get to this pool and there's a lot of life rings and some
life jackets. There's 3 life jackets to use if you're swimming in the pool, which is cool. So that's it for now, I think, for a little while anyway. I'm going to put heaps of photos on this video, just because we've seen so many temples and shit, so please enjoy. Alright, see you next time. Bye! Have you got this, baby?
I got this now.
You got this now.
I'll tell you.
taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride. I die for you, that's easy to say. We have a list of people that we would take. A bullet for them, a bullet for you, a bullet for everybody in this room. But they don't seem to see many bullets coming through. See many bullets coming through. Metaphorically, I'm the man, but literally, I don't know what I do. I'd live for you, and that's hard to do. Even harder to say when you know it's not true. Even harder to write when you know that tonight there were people back home who tried talking to you, but then you ignored them still. All these questions, they're for real. Like, who would you live for? Who would you die for? And would you ever kill? Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride.
I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much.
Help me.
I've been thinking too much.
I've been thinking too much.
I've been thinking too much.
Help me.
I've been thinking too much.
I've been thinking too much.
I've been thinking too much.
Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time. Taking my time on my ride. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. Help me.
I've been thinking too much.
I've been thinking too much.
I've been thinking too much.